The homelessness crisis is only getting worse.
There are more than 580,000 Americans who do not have permanent housing, no fixed address at this moment.
Across the city, the tents stretch everywhere. From Hollywood to Venice Beach.
Well, a big new push tonight to bring accountability to the homeless crisis in California.
On any given night, there are more than 65,000 homeless people living in Los Angeles.
But we all have our niche or our purpose, and we live here. You know, not only do we run this mission 24 hours a day, but almost all of us on staff, we all live here. We do our little part here. We provide overnight beds. We have a discipleship program. If someone really says, okay, I'm done with the streets for a while, I just need to get off. You have more empathy that way. You know, and everyone that comes in, they know that we live here. You know, this is an old saying, no one cares what you know until they know that you care. And so the city and the government, they do what they can, but it's not personal. It's just another statistic, and they house you, which is needed, and people are grateful for that. But it's about changing lives, really, because we've heard of so many people that have temporary housing get shifted from one place to the next, and they end up getting more depressed, or so a lot of suicide. And you know, one of the saddest things we hear down here quite often is that it's deliberate. That's how people feel. That the system is set up in such a way that the more people that are down and out like this die, the easier it is for them. That's an overwhelming opinion a lot of people have that have been on the street for a long time. It's more convenient for the government to get a little money here and there, temporary housing here and there, not changing lives much temporarily, but the underlying causes of the condition isn't being addressed. This mission's been here 70 years, so there's been homeless on Skid Row for more than that. The Midnight Mission's been here over 100 years down here on Skid Row. There's many missions around here. But it's perpetuating. The feeling we get, we see it too, and we have to be careful not to be part of that, is to enable homelessness. In other words, the system is set up in such a way, it seems, that homelessness is being perpetuated. It's not actually stopping, it's just accommodating it. There's so many tents now, and those are rights of abode. You know, those are people's things, of course. But it doesn't matter that drugs are being sold out of those tents or people are being exploited. It's a sad situation. So just to throw money at something clearly isn't the answer. There's lots of funding coming in for homelessness, billions and billions, but we don't see it on the street because the number of tents are increasing. Just a couple of days ago, we had 2 or 3 people die in the street right behind us on the side street here, Crocker Street. And the other homeless people put up a little memorial, you know, in memory of this person or that person. Someone else takes their spot, and the city comes and cleans up the trash. Next, you know, it just goes on and on and on. We have people coming here in their 30s that were born in tents on Skid Row. They were born, their parents were living in tents or in a mobile home or a car. Their children were born in a tent. Now they live on tents. And they're 30, 40 years old. It becomes a lifestyle. But a lot of times it's born out of mental illness, which isn't being addressed. That's the overwhelming condition down here. I'd say 80-90% of what people that we interact with have severe mental health issues. Severe. And they're just roaming around the whole city, the whole county. And you see, many shops are shut down downtown now. Starbucks won't do business downtown. Rite Aid closed up. So many of these big corporations, they won't do business downtown anymore. It looks more like a ghost town. Every morning you have to wash all the feces off the street. I can tell you quite honestly, if we call the police, and we have to sometimes, some violence begins, or someone needs an ambulance, it's very difficult to get the police to come. They get burned out. They get burned out. Sometimes some officers will come and they'll try to talk down the situation, but that's if you're able to maintain it for an hour until they get here. It's, yeah, I don't know. All around, it's overwhelming, and it's been allowed to become overwhelming. That's the issue that I see.